Aloha. It's a beautiful day here in Hawaii, and we're at this transition point between the tail end of winter and we're entering into spring, and sometimes that can bring colds or flus or allergies. So today we're going to be working on that winter into spring element. So we'll start out with some flow sequences that you'll recognize from winter water element, and then we'll move into some Tai Chi Qigong. And this will help you with your respiration and keep your lungs nice and healthy for this period of time. So let's begin. So you want to always begin in your Wuji stance, which is the feet hip distance apart, knees a little bit bouncy. Your back is going to be nice and relaxed. That means your pelvis tilts forward, your arms out to the side, and your chin slightly tucked under, which will elongate your neck and help you reach from the top of your head to the sky. So from this nice, neutral, effortless place, let's do the arm swings. Just opening up the body, letting it know that we're here. We're going to be moving it a little bit, moving some energy. Just seeing how relaxed you can be in your body at this moment, while remaining nice and stable and grounded. So feeling the earth underneath your feet as you move your arms side to side. Allowing any energy that has been overly focused in your head, in the upper half of your body, to move down. Just invite it down your legs, knees, feet, into the earth. A little brisk out here today, windy. It's actually a nice warm breeze. You can hear me. So just tuning inward, really connecting into your energy body, your muscles, your joints, your bones, drawing your awareness inward to everything that's participating in this moment of movement. And then slowing down. Narrow your stance if you need to be hip distance apart. And then you're going to scoop up some chi. And then interlace your fingers. Move your arms out in front of your eyes. And then all the way up to the top, to the sky, and release. So again, inhale. And exhale. Or let your breath be natural if it doesn't align with my own. You just don't want to hold your breath. And as you do this, follow your hands with your eyes until you reach the top of your head, where your arms will go slightly behind your head, get that nice stretch in your neck, and then release down. And then inhale again. Being as soft as possible. And also remembering to tuck your pelvis under so you're not ever doing this. You want to have a nice flat back so you feel the core engage at this point, and then release. Again. Just feeling that nice elongation, the back of your neck, your sides, releasing all the way down, letting your shoulders relax. And last time. Good. Next, we're going to do hip circles. Then you want your hands on your lower back, on your kidneys, just keeping everything nice and warm, and just being mindful that you're working with this area. And this is just a 360-degree circle. And I want you to make sure you hit the front, the side, the back, and the other side with your hips. So you're hitting 4 points. Just imagine connecting 4 points in a circle, just to make sure you get that full range of motion. And you'll also just want to make sure that you're doing this with your lower body, which I've seen lately. People doing it with their upper body, but not their lower body. So in other words, you're not doing this, right? Your upper body is pretty stationary. And as you connect those 4 points, just see if you can smooth out the corners into a circle. So you're making this motion smoother. In reverse. Nourishing those kidneys, nourishing the digestive system, bringing energy and awareness to the hips, connecting the lower and the upper half of the body to each other. And let's do 2 more. And 1 more. Good. All right. So in this one, you're going to open your arms out as you go up onto your toes and slightly tilt your Chin forward as you inhale. And then as you exhale, your hands go back. Your weight goes to the backs of your feet. Just get a little more in there. And your chin goes slightly down. As you tuck your bottom under. So you want that flat back. Remember, that's really important. So again, inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. So imagine a breeze. On your inhale, opening you up, and you feeling this whole central channel in the front of your energy body. And then on your exhale, the wind blows the other way. You tuck your tailbone under, and you're feeling this back energy line. Inhale. So you're mostly stretching in this area, your heart, your chest. And then as you move back, you're shifting into this kind of neutral pelvic tilt. And then return to center. And just take a pause and notice what you feel, if anything. This is subtly balancing. So let's try it one more time. So we're going to open, inhale, and exhale. Engaging your arms, inhale. Stretching your fingertips, exhale, as you rotate. Stretching your neck forward, but not overextending, right? So you're mostly stretching in your chest. It's really good tilt. One more time, feeling into that full front of your body, and then exhaling the back, and then release. Going back into your Wuji. See if you can sense energy circulating. Maybe some little tingles, more awakeness or aliveness. I'm going to do one more. But instead of going forward, we're going to roll and move into the spinal wave. So we're definitely tilting that pelvis again. So we're coming up from the earth and rolling over the shoulders and down again as you breathe up and exhale. Pelvic tilt, then into the chest. And let it be soothing, let it be comforting. This is a water form for sure. The spinal wave. Allowing your body to work out any kinks, to relax, to soften, to release. All those words associated with the season of winter and the water element. Let's do 3 more. Last one. Good. We're going to move right into the figure 8. This can be a little bit tricky for some of you, so I'm going to break it down in a moment. But I'm going to just start out with showing you what this looks like. So it's a circle and then a cross in the center, just like a figure 8. So circle on either side, on either hip. Nice and easy, small little circles, not bending too much in your knees, just making it really effortless for yourself. So let me show you how the mechanics of this, show you how it breaks down. So you're gonna have this one hip, right? Do a circle. So it's front, side, back, center. Boom. Front, side, back, center. Just play with that, because your hips may not be used to moving like this. Never locking your knees. Of course, we never lock the knees in Qigong. Keeping it nice and soft, and then we'll play with the other side. So we got front, side, back, center, front, side, back, center, front, side, back, center, hitting all those points to return to the center, right? So we'll try again, the other side. Just allowing your arm, your shoulder to just follow. And the other side. My feet are stationary. Okay, so now we're going to put it together. So we still have that same pattern. And we're stopping in the center to account for that crossing at our figure 8, right? And then you're going to step it up, smoothing this out. So what does that look like? So see if you can find the easiest possible way to do this for you. It's typically going to be small circles and not bending. Like if you go like this, it's going to be a lot more work, right? So you just staying pretty high, but knees bent. And then as it just starts to smooth out naturally, the more familiar you get with this movement, right? Just allow your body that time to explore and understand what's being asked of it. That's the beauty of Qigong, is it kind of unfolds as you move along. And then we're going to add some arms once you get comfortable with this. So as you go to one side, you're going to allow this full circle to occur, like you're holding a ball. And see if you can time that circle with your hips. Finding that perfect rhythm. And then return. Always going back in your mind to the circle on either hip where the joint meets what the ischium with the femur, that joint, making a complete rotation. Or it might be ischium. Forget my physiology. And then we're gonna do the other side. Again, the ball idea. But it's really just like a big circle, right? Lifting the circle, lifting the circle, lifting the circle. Maybe like a setting sun and a rising sun. Whatever imagery works for you. Just see if you can make it rhythmic with your. There we go. One more. Stopping. Bringing your legs, your feet in a little bit if they've rotated out, and then just drop this orb of light, this chi, right in front of you, right in front of your chest. And close your eyes for a moment and feel the ground in your feet and the stability of the earth. And then feel like a nice long tree trunk of energy that you're holding, all the way up to the sky where your leaves are gathering sunlight. Just feel the stability of this moment, the support in this moment. This is called embracing the tree. And inviting that chi ball of stability and support and energy into your belly, into your body, imagining it filling you up from the inside. And a few belly breaths into your diaphragm. Now we're going to shift into some Tai Chi Qigong. So the first sequence we're going to do, again, feet hip distance apart. And you're going to just reach up with your wrists and then exhale, slightly bending your knees as you bring your hands down. So with your wrists. So imagine there's little sparrows on your wrists that you want to make sure they're nice and stable. They're not going to fly off. But you also want to get that nice motion of water with your hands. So you're not going to have like limp hands, right? That doesn't look nice for Tai Chi, Qigong, or anything really. So you're going to have that nice, beautiful roll. Again, when you bend, being mindful of your lower back. Flattening it. Right? I'm not sticking my butt out. So a lot of things going on. Inhale and exhale. Out to the side. Again, being mindful of those little birds. You don't want to disturb them. But you also want to make sure that you're supple and fluid like water. Always leading with your wrists. Next one, we're going to go all the way up over our head. And you're going to be holding a ball again. If I'm sounding repetitive, I am repeating myself. So the first thing you want to do with this form is make sure that you are indeed over your head. So you want to keep your hands like right around the crown of your head. There's always going to be one hand over your crown. But you're also going to want these hands to be in connection when they move. So one's going to go to one side, and then it's going to return, and then the other side and return. Really feeling that connection between the two palms and the top of your head. And remembering, of course, to stay nice and fluid and soft. And then you're going to add the toe. Really, it's just a turning of the pad of the front foot on one side, but you are still stable. The thing about Tai Chi is it's rooted in martial arts, so there's never going to be a point where you are in a vulnerable or unsteady position. So if you feel at any point you're not balanced, you're off center, like, let's do an example of that, like that, maybe like suddenly my carriage down here, I'm not going to be able to rapidly fend off my fighters, right? So there's this kind of wisdom inherent even in this very elegant, what this is called is the rainbow dance. And so let's try that one more time, being very mindful of that stability and that flexibility within the stability, right? So let's there's never a point where I feel like I could be pushed over because I'm off balance, even though I am moving slightly when I turn my toe out. My hip joint is turning out a little bit, but I can just instantly, I'm really not losing any stability. It's one of the interesting things to me about Tai Chi Qigong. And one more. So we have this nice ball of chi that we've created. Let's take one foot forward and bring this ball down in front of us. Make sure you can see my back foot. And turn that back foot a little bit out, like a 45-degree angle. Still holding that ball. And then you're going to move back and forward. And that's an inhale and an exhale. And an inhale and an exhale. You can see I've added my feet. It makes things A little more fun and easy. And I'm always being mindful of that lower back. You'll see that I'm not jutting it out. I'm keeping it nice and long. You can go lower if you like, if your shoulders are tired. Inhale back and step forward with the other foot. Exhale. Remembering that 45-degree position of the back foot for stability. Again, keeping in mind how you're always going to be ready in case anybody attacks you. You are coming from a position of strength and balance and centeredness. So really feeling that. One more time. And stepping back. Lovely. Let's take a moment to feel where our breath is. We did some upper chest, lung action with that one. So put your hand over your heart and then your other hand over your belly and let the breath deepen into your diaphragm. Move both hands to the belly once you feel you're starting to deepen, and just notice where your stomach moves as your breath gets deeper. Okay, for the second to last form, let's come out of that return to our Wuji posture with your knees slightly bent. And this is called green dragon bearing the claws. So, knees bent, claws bared. And you're gonna do this cool little twist that goes like this. And then you're gonna bring your fist to that last rib and then reach up with one arm, straight up, bearing claws, out, feeling that nice elongated stretch. And then about 45 degrees in front, this lateral stretch, and then come back and return to bearing your claws. So again, twisting inward, then coming up to that last rib. Other side, bearing your claws as you get that nice side stretch. This is really great for your kidneys and gallbladder. This is definitely a spring or wood form, right? So we're burying the claws as we do a nice little twist, bringing our fists, loose fists, under our rib cage and touching on some acupressure points. That's why I'm rubbing here. And then straight up like a tree, a new tree sprout in spring. Reach, reach. Flat back. And you're feeling the stretch along your side, but not in your back. And return. And one more, twisting inward. And then snap. Touching this acupressure point. Reaching up like a tree. Growing wood. To the side. Lateral. And then return. It's a fun one. All right, to close this practice, we're going to be working with a lot of what we have already integrated into many of the other forms we've been doing here. So this is called gazing at the moon. And of course, it starts with the moon, holding the moon between the center of your palms. And then you are going to twist as you reach back and only be moving with your front of your foot again, right? So here's the full inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Being very mindful not to overextend. If you're going to feel it anywhere in your back, it's going to be in the upper cervical, not the lower. And if you start to feel it in your lower, back off. So it's like saying, behold the moon, right? Aha, behold the moon. Coming back. Keeping your lower back nice and flat and neutral as you do all of this. And last one. Inhale. And exhale. Lovely. So let's take all of that moon chi and inhale up and draw it down right through your center line, all the way to the ground. Again. Last time. Landing at your belly, closing your eyes if you haven't already. And just feeling inside your body, inside yourself, in your muscles, in your organs, in your fascia, in your skeleton, in your brains. How is everything doing? If you feel more harmonious, more peaceful, more balanced, if you feel your muscles are softer, looser, if you feel your movements have become smoother, and your breath has become more even, all of those things are good to notice. That is Qigong in action. And as you close your practice, thank yourself for showing up. Give yourself a nice big mahalo for taking this time to rebalance your energy, to nurture your self-connection, to play with your mind-body connection, to return to your center, whatever you want to call it. It's doing something good for you, and I'm really happy you're here. Mahalo for practicing with me.